All right, everybody, it's BoLS Battle Report time. You said you wanted Bigred to come back, and I'm back. All right, I'm playing Kingsley. Say hi, Kingsley.
What's up?
We're using the new Marine book. Kingsley is using Ultramarines. He is using his gorgeously painted Mantis Warriors. We're playing the Scouring.
Yes.
And we're both deployed. I will be going first unless he seizes on me. I have my Eldar army that I have not updated in a little while, so let's go over it really quick. We have 2 Wave Serpents with all the bells and whistles, as you see there. They got cannons, they got shuriken, scatter lasers. They're each holding 5 Wraith Guard. Up here in the building, we infiltrated a group of 5 Rangers. We have the Wraith Knight with his dual, the heavy Wraith Cannons. We got a Farseer on a bike. He's got 3 Guardian jet bikes with him that he's joined. He has perfect timing, guide, and prescience. We got right in the center, we have 3 Warwalkers, all scatter lasers, big surprise. Way over here on my right flank, we got 10 Dire Avengers on foot. We have an Exarch with Shimmer Shield, and then we have a Fire Prism way over there. And then in reserve, we have in the box under the table. In reserve, we have, there they are, you see them down there, they're waiting. We have 2 6-man squads of Hawks and another squad of Guardian jet bikes. Okay, the Marines. Kingsley, what do you got?
I'll take it over.
There we go, King.
Okay, so starting over here, we've got Tillion and friends, 10 scouts with a heavy bolter, hellfire shells, camo cloak, stealth, all the good stuff, making it a very expensive unit. This is 10 assault marines with a chaplain, melt-a-bomb. I've got power fist, 2 flamers. Over here, 10 tactical marines on foot, plasma gun, combi grav, las cannon. This is my hunter tank, gonna kill all of his flyers. All none of them. And then this is my big reserve. So, starting off, Sicarius in a drop pod with a melta-gun and a combi melta. 5 Terminators deep striking. 5 scouts in a storm with the combi melta, melta-bomb, all that stuff, outflanking. Sicarius has Battle-Forged heroes, the best of the 2nd Company, represented by this chapter banner. They're going to be outflanking with combi plasma, plasma gun, multi-melta, rhino, and then a storm talon with the Skyhammer missiles and an assault cannon. Alright, let's see what happens.
Are you gonna seize?
Oh, hell no.
Alright, it is the top of 1, and so let's talk about what happened here on the Eldar point of view. So overall, as you can tell, looking at the line, just moved up. It is night fighting, so it's going to be a really uphill struggle to do anything. All these Mantis Warriors, they're all dug in, so they all have 2 up cover. We fired everything at them. The Dire Avengers blazed into Tellion's squad. They got lit up by the Fire Prism. Tons of wounds. They all made their 2 up saves. Nothing we could do there. The assault squad was never even touched. And there was a tac squad right there. So here it is. This was the only good luck that happened this entire top of 1 was everything laid into those guys. We used scatter lasers. We used the Wraith Knight. We used both of the Wave Serpents. Fired everything into them. Just dozens and dozens of wounds. They had 2 up saves. Or 3 up, based on whether they had cover or not. Killed 3 whole Marines. That was all I did for the entire turn, the entire army pacing away, killing 3 TAC Marines, and they rolled a 12 and ran off the board. So, there we go. I'll rather be lucky than good any day, and talk to you guys soon.
Okay, BoLS fans, after the bottom of 1, my drop pod with Sicarius came in, tried to assassinate the bikes with the Farseer. I killed all the bikes, put a wound on the Farseer, but he passed the melta-gun wound, so he lived, that sucker. Otherwise, I just generally moved up with the Assault Marines, the snipers with Tillion, shot over there at that big guy, did, what, 1 wound to him, and over here, the Hunter took a pot shot at that flyer and, did a penetrating hit, but he still got a really good cover save. So we'll see what the damage coming back is.
Alright guys, it's top of 2 and this has been a crazy game already. So, night fighting is gone and the Eldar finally brought all of their firepower to bear. First of all, reserve-wise, 2 Swooping Hawks did not show up. Only the jet bikes did, who showed up right here. So we're going to show you kind of what happened. The Dire Avengers moved up so that they can get along with the Fire Prism. They put a lot of firepower along with that Wave Serpent, the Wave Serpent over there, and the Rangers into the Assault Squad that I'm really terrified of, and we shot it down to just the Chaplain and Power Fist Sergeant. That's all that's left over there. Over here, my chance to deal with the immediate threat of Sicarius and the Tactical Squad that landed right in my line, so everything went into them. We got everything else, so we have Wraithguard, we had Wraithguard over here, we had the Prescienced Warwalkers, we had the Farseer, we had the jet bikes who came out of reserve, and the Wraith Knight. Everyone moved up, laid into it, did crazy amount of wounds to that squad, chipped them all the way down to Sicarius and 2 guys. Then the Wraith Knight charged in, and Kingsley, what happened? Explain it.
So he did 2 wounds.
The Wraith Knight did 2 wounds to Sicarius.
I did Lookout Sir, failed 1, failed my invulnerable save. But I strike it at the same time. So coup de grace, got that 6.
He rolled the 6, so they are both dead. Both dead. It was really awesome. Apparently he stabbed him in the junk, and then the Wraith Knight fell on him. So that's a terrible way to go. Alrighty, moving to the bottom of 2.
Okay, so we're back at the bottom of 2. Pretty much all my reserves came in except for the Terminators, but my shooting was really good. So over here I shot a bunch of those Dire Avengers and assaulted them and wiped them out with really no casualties in return. And over here I blew up a Wave Serpent. That's a Rhino that flat outed. Over there the Landspear Storm came in and shot a Wave Serpent in the back and blew it up. And my Hunter tank killed that Wave Serpent that was over there next to those Wraithguard. Pretty good shooting turn. Let's see what he's gonna do with his Swooping Hawks. You wanna roll him? One's in, okay. Alright, let's see what they can do. Killed like 15 dudes.
Alright, it is the bottom of 3, and it was the Eldar really, I completely thought there was no way I could win this game. Now I think I'm still in it. Had a really phenomenal shooting turn. So what happened was 1 squad of Swooping Hawks arrived, so I had all these Marines in my backfield, and we just set up some little traps over here. So over here we had the combination of, we had a Rhino here, so it got shot by Wraithguard, who destroyed the Rhino, of course. Then the 10 Marines got out. They got lit up by the Warwalkers, who just rolled really, really well and gunned them down, and they were all dead. Swooping Hawks were here as backup. They didn't even need to fire. Over here on this side, those Wraithguards blew up the storm, exploding it and killing 1 of the scouts who are now there on foot. So that's all that's left in the backfield over here. Over here we had some really amazing luck. The Guardian jet bikes over here killed 1 TAC Marine, leaving the Sergeant over here, and then over here in just some amazing phenomenal luck, the Fire Prism shot its main large blast gun on the Chaplain and the guy who were over here. Did nothing to them. They both made their save. Then the Shuriken Catapult put 2 wounds on them, and they rolled 1 and 2, and both died. The Chaplain was previously on his last wound from last turn. So this is where we are headed into 4. We have objective there worth 3. There's a Marine on it. We got objective over here worth 4. There's the Wraithguard over there. We got objective worth 1. There's another objective right there worth 2 with the pot on it. We have a dude over there. We have Tellian squad over there on theirs that's worth 2. And then we have the one over there worth 3 with kind of nothing near it. So the Marine ranks are getting kind of thin. The Eldar, there's a lot of Eldar on the board, but we pretty much lost most of our vehicles and kind of heavy stuff. I have 1 squad of Swooping Hawks in reserve, and he has his big squad of Terminators that still hasn't come in. So we'll see what happens going into 4. Okay, guys, it's top of 4, and the Marines are doing their last big push. The last of their reserves showed up, which is this squad of Terminators, and they came off the Sergeant's teleport homer. So this objective over here is worth 3. They have 1 guy on it, 5 Terminators right in front of it. They had some pretty good shooting. The Farseer just finally failed. He was the jet bikes that were here and the Farseer both got lit up by the Terminators, the Sergeant, the Scouts, and the pod. And then the Swooping Hawks lost 3 of their squad to the Storm Talon. So not a whole lot of both of our sides are getting really brittle over here. The Scouts kind of moved over here a little closer to the Rangers, and that's pretty much all we got. So headed into the bottom of 4.
Do you mind if I shoot this? I didn't.
All right, everybody, top of 5. It is down to the wire. We are both doing objective grabs and last gasp to try to mess each other up. Over here, the last squad of Swooping Hawks came in, landed right on the objective that's worth 3 victory points right there. So with that, unfortunately, left them with no targets, but they're pretty happy. They're hanging over here. The Wraith Guard moved back. The Rangers moved down. Both of them attacked the Scouts, killing 1. But the big news is over here in the center was the combination of, first of all, way over on my right flank, the Fire Prism laid into the Terminators, killing 4 of them. And this little guy, if you look really closely at this guy, you see how there's this just immense, gigantic rock on pretty much on all sides of him, and Kingsley has managed to, I have to say, a lot of subtle, sneaky skill there. I can't get line of sight on that guy, which is just really making me mad. So he's on that objective. Very frustrating. Over here, though, we have the Hawks over on this objective. All these guys, everything fired into the Storm Talon, which is no longer with us. They did actually, even without, it only had 2 hull points, and they did get them with all of those scatter lasers. So brought it down, and that's all we got. So we're headed into bottom of 5, and this could be game. All right, everybody. Bottom of 5. The Marines really needed to end right now. Right now. Okay, so hold on a second. We give you the general wrap up here. The bunch of minor ineffective shooting that really had no effect, except for Telion and this squad did kill the Swooping Hawks who were on the 4-point objective. So removing that from my hand. So now we're down to me having 3 way over there, those Hawks, and the evil Mantis Warriors having 3 from the 1 guy hiding in the rocks and 2 from Telion. So it is 3-5. And does it end? Here we go. Here we go.
No.
Oh!
Shucks.
On to turn 6. The Eldar are a patient race, my friends. They are a patient race. Top of 6. Now was my turn of vengeance. With an extra turn, the Fire Prism was able to swing around, drawing a bead on the Sergeant, lighting him up with everything. Shuriken Cannon, the Super Beam, totally whiffed. He's still alive. The Terminator over here, however, he did not survive the Wraith Guard and the 24 scatter laser shots. So that was unfortunate. And some little other kind of minor wrap up. There were 3 scouts, now there are 1, thanks to 4 Wraith cannons. I'll let you do the math. And why I love Swooping Hawks, for all you Swooping Hawk haters, they landed the first turn and blew stuff up, and the second turn they all have haywire grenades, so that hunter is no more. And that's all we got. So bottom of 6. Bottom of 6, and oh my god, the game is still going. Don't you hate these games? Where they just go. Okay, so, what happened over here? Telion and his squad killed 3 of the Wraith Guard. Alright, and that's it. We did some minor shuffling. That's about it. Alright, headed into 7. Once giving the Eldar 1 last chance to kill that Sergeant, because right now...
it goes turn 8.
Unless...
Turn 8.
There will be no turn 8. Because that Sergeant is currently game, by the way, because he's sitting on those 3 dudes. All right, so heading into 7. Talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Bottom of 7. It is done. I don't know who won. It's really close. We're gonna have Kingsley count it all up. Okay, so we're gonna start with objectives. Yeah, again, unkillable, unkillable. Fired everything at him. No. Fired everything. I had one Hail Mary to try to fire all of these guys onto the scouts, possibly causing enough of them to die to cause a morale check. I killed 2 of them, not enough to cause a morale check, so they're fine. So objectives-wise, let's go over them. We have the one sergeant who's just taking a beating and still there. He's got 3. Talon and his scouts have 2, so that's 5, and no one owns any of the others. And then I have Swooping Hawks over there, which in this game counts scoring, so 3. So far we have 3 to 5.
3 to 5. Okay.
So what else do we got?
All the different objectives. All right. I had 5.
Okay.
I killed 1 unit of Swooping Hawks. That puts me to 6.
Takes you up to 6.
I killed the Farseer, which was a warlord. That puts me to 7.
Puts you up to 7.
I did not have line breaker, so I just have 7.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Bigred had
I have 3.
Plus, he killed the Storm Talon. He killed
4.
Assault Marines. Puts you up to 5. Line breaker.
6.
Warlord.
7.
First Blood.
Did I get first blood?
You killed the squad that ran off
I
the board.
did get first blood because those guys failed on turn 1 and ran off the board.
So there you are, Mantis
8.
Warriors, Altiok.
8 to 7. Wow. All right. I'm afraid of the new Marines, by the way. This was like a really... Kingsley just had his army that is just his Mantis Warriors army. Like, it doesn't have any of the cool new stuff. And, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ultramarines with Sicarius.
Yeah, that's Ultramarines with Sicarius. And I beat them by luck. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, hope you enjoyed the battle report. It was a super good game. Kingsley and I are off to go enjoy some beer.
Coup de grace.
So coup de grace. He's from Texas, so he insists on saying it that way, just so you know. We do know, for you French speakers, how we're supposed to say it. But he's stubborn. All right, talk to you guys later.
Yes.